to a collection.
This is the fight of my life. You know, my life depends on this fight, and we're gonna do everything possible in our hands to make sure that we win, as we did before during our training. You know, we did everything possible to make sure that we'll be 100% for this one. Just gonna put him in the international scene, and it's gonna be great for him. You know, whichever the result is, it's putting him on a spotlight, and so he's gonna make sure that people remember it for something good. Josh is a great fighter. He's a top 10 heavyweight in the world. He doesn't know who I am. I know exactly who he is, and we're coming to get this victory. You know, we did everything proper, and the thing is, we're gonna go straight for the knockout. That's our plan. You know, he's ready for 5-10 rounds, whatever it takes. He dropped 14 kilos for this fight, so he's in the best shape of his life, and he's ready to do his business now. We're just gonna try to keep it standing as much as possible and try to hit him as hard as we can. He said, Camila, Daddy loves you. This fight is for you.
One of the aspects that makes me a good martial arts fighter is that I'm merciless and I give no quarter to anyone, no matter if they're a brand new guy or a champion. I pull no punches, and I'm meaner than anybody I'll fight. I think that there's a pretty fair amount of respect for each other, especially because it's a very intimate setting, fighting. You know, we spend a lot of time trying to hurt one another within a very confined space, and you either learn to love somebody or hate them. For me, he's just a guy who thinks he can beat me. And that enough is plenty for me to get fueled up, to want to show him not only was he wrong, but anybody else that thinks that they would like to give it a shot, that this is what you're going to have to contend with if you want to get into the ring with me. And if that all being said, you still want to do it, well then my hat's off to you. There is an amount of respect I'm going to give you for the fact that you're willing to get in and give it a go, but I'm still going to hurt you.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape, and just 3 years separate between the American and the Brazilian, both at a whopping 6'3". The weight and reach advantage, both with Dos Santos.
In association with WMD, weapons of mass destruction, and of course brought to you by Impact FC, this is where you rise to start the main event of the evening. Judges for this bout are Peter Hickmont, Vince Perry, Justin Lawrence, and when the bell rings, in charge of the action, 3 5-minute rounds, Big John McCarthy. Introducing first my fighter to my right, ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner. Yes, coming off an incredible streak, 9 bouts for 8 victories, ranked number 4 super heavyweight fighter by Fighter.com, made his debut February 2006 by Here Combat. Ladies and gentlemen, wanting this bout to make a debut in Strikeforce and a contract, 6'3" tall, 190 centimeters tall, 264 pounds. He weighed 120 kilograms. He hails from Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the Bulldog team, 17 wins, 10 losses, no draws. Introducing Geronimo Mondragon dos Santos. And his opponent to my left, needing no introduction for those who have watched this great mixed martial arts, represented, of course, the UFC Clash of the Titans. Made his debut in 1997, the youngest fighter to ever fight in UFC history, the new and ranked number 6 heavyweight in the world, 6'3", 191 centimeters tall, 250 pounds, 114 kilograms, representing the United States of America, Association CSW, 25 wins, 5 losses, and no draws. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing from the red corner, Josh, the baby-faced assassin, Barnett. 3,000 bell rings in charge of that action, Big John McCarthy.
Gentlemen, main event of the evening. Fight clean, fight hard, fight fair, protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. You want to touch gloves, touch them now. Step on back so we can start.
Two massive men. Josh Barnett, Geronimo, Mondragon dos Santos.
You ready? Get up!
And John McCarthy gets this one started.
We have a KO artist with a submission artist.
Dos Santos is going to want to take this
great
one.
Slam. He has got 5 losses
And
on his
straight to a
record,
mount position.
but 3 of them to one man. Mirko Krokop. 2 others to great fighters such as Pedro Hizo and Antonio Nogueira. Once he's on top of you, he is a monster, as he's showing now on top of you.
Somehow Dos Santos gets to his feet. Oh, going for the knee pad there, Barnett. And almost tagged as a result. Nice knee, left knee. And they are big knees too from the baby-faced assassin. Whichever way you want to look at it, a top 10 heavyweight around the world.
Absolutely. He's been around for a long time. He's fought some of the best guys.
Anyone that has victories over Pedro Hizo, Dan Severn and Randy Couture, they can put their name right at the top of the tree.
Not to mention Antonio Nogueira, Mark Hunt, Alexander Emelianenko, and Sammy Schilt. These are some big names in the sport.
And again, does nicely. Avoids the punch. Looks for the double leg takedown. A nice sprawl here on the cage from Geronimo dos Santos from Bulldog Team Brazil. Turns nicely and walks into a left knee once again from Barnett.
Josh is a great submission fighter, but he has very strong stand-up. He has fought standing with some of the top guys. But I know in this match, he wants to put Geronimo on his back. He wants to submit him because Geronimo's strength, as he says, is that big, big right hand.
10 KOs in 17 victories for Geronimo dos Santos. Now, where to for Barnett? When you're this talented on the ground, you end up in a position like this, you have options.
Absolutely. I think he's going to be a lot more stable this time. He's not going to do anything silly and give Geronimo that room to escape. But saying that, maybe Geronimo still can do it.
Well, if you have a look, he's hooked the ankles right in behind the backside of Dos Santos.
Yep.
A nice leg spread. The knees are wide, so his center of gravity is low.
Nice
as he opens up with some serious ground and pound here from the former UFC heavyweight champion of the world.
He is laying some...
Look at these right hands and John McCarthy steps in.
Because Geronimo wasn't defending. He was doing nothing.
What a victory to the baby-faced assassin, Josh Barnett, and he is exactly that.
Though Geronimo is protesting, even though he was doing nothing, he feels he wasn't hurt.
Longtime friend and mentor Jacob Duran, or Stitch if you like, in there along with Eric Paulson with Josh Barnett. Victory number 26, and he has done it down under for the very first time.
45 seconds in round number 1. Referee stops the bout due to many strikes, ladies and gentlemen. Unable to defend himself, our winner. From the red corner, the babyface assassin, Josh Barnett.